What happened in a courtroom that gave the judge a belly laugh? I was in small claims court over a parking dispute with my neighbor Gary. He'd been parking his giant truck across 3 spaces in our apartment complex, blocking everyone else from using the lot properly. After months of asking nicely and getting ignored, I finally took pictures and filed a complaint with the city. Gary got so mad that he sued me for harassment, claiming I was stalking him and taking unauthorized photos of his property. The whole thing was ridiculous, but there we were in front of Judge Martinez on a Tuesday morning. Gary showed up wearing his Sunday best and carrying a briefcase like he was some kind of lawyer. He'd even printed out a PowerPoint presentation about his constitutional rights. When it was Gary's turn to present his case, he stood up and announced that he'd prepared a detailed timeline of my stalking behavior. He pulled out poster boards with printed photos and red string connecting different events like he was solving a murder case. "Your Honor," Gary said dramatically, "this man has been systematically documenting my daily activities for months. Here's proof of his obsessive behavior." He started pointing at his charts with a wooden pointer he'd brought from somewhere. The first photo he showed was me taking out my trash on a Tuesday morning. "Here he is, pretending to do normal activities while actually spying on my truck," Gary explained seriously. The judge raised an eyebrow but let him continue. "The second photo showed me walking my dog past his truck. Again, using his dog as cover to photograph my vehicle," Gary declared. His presentation was getting more intense by the minute. But then Gary made a crucial mistake. He showed a photo of me, suspiciously, standing near his truck with my phone out. "This proves he was taking unauthorized pictures of my property," he announced triumphantly. Judge Martinez leaned forward and studied the photo carefully. "Mr. Gary, can you tell me what time this photo was taken?" Gary checked his notes confidently. 2:30 p.m. on a Saturday, Your Honor." The judge looked confused. "And who took this photograph of the defendant taking photographs?" Gary's face went blank. The entire courtroom went silent as everyone realized what had just happened. I was, Gary stammered, suddenly understanding that he'd just admitted to doing exactly what he was accusing me of doing. "So you were photographing him while he was allegedly photographing you?" Judge Martinez asked, trying not to smile. "And you were hiding behind your window to do this?" Gary's confident presentation completely fell apart. "That's different. I was gathering evidence of his harassment," he protested, but the damage was done. Judge Martinez couldn't contain himself anymore. He started laughing so hard that he had to take off his glasses and wipe his eyes. "Mr. Gary, you've just presented a case where you're suing someone for taking pictures of your truck, while simultaneously presenting pictures you took of him taking pictures." The court reporter was shaking with suppressed laughter. Even the bailiff was grinning. Gary looked around desperately, realizing his bulletproof case had just backfired spectacularly. "Furthermore," the judge continued, still chuckling, "according to your own timeline, you've been documenting his activities far more extensively than he's been documenting yours. If anyone's guilty of stalking here, it appears to be you." Gary tried to argue that it was different because he was defending himself, but Judge Martinez had heard enough. "Case dismissed. Mr. Gary, I suggest you find a hobby that doesn't involve photographing your neighbors, and maybe learn how to park properly." As we left the courtroom, Gary was muttering about appeals and constitutional violations. I just walked to my car, which I was able to park in a normal space because the city had finally forced Gary to use only one parking spot, like a regular human being. The best part was that Gary's elaborate presentation got recorded as part of the court record, meaning his spy photos of me taking out trash are now permanent legal documents.